things never come true. And until you live these things, you teach them or you present to them, or you will not understand how real they are. So I took my son to school, stopped at the gas station to check the ATM to see if the money was there. No money was there. And I came back in the car so focusing on what else to do is when I drive out in the middle of the road, I realized that I drive out on an oncoming vehicle. And there was nothing I could do more than just stick my foot on the gas, hope the person slowed down, got across the road and pull over and said to myself, look young man, you need to pull this here. Because I looked in the car, immediately I guess what happened. Not even my phone was in the car. So I couldn't even call my wife at home to say, look, I'm in an accident or something went wrong. Someone would have to go and tell her. And I realized, what is it that we are experiencing when it comes down to poor judgment and the things we do? Stressful environment, and you have to sign some documents and you have to make critical decisions. Put it down, leave it for a while, come back at it when the situation has subsided. Seeing only the negative, and you use the cup. Seeing the negative, you never see the cup half full. It is always half empty. Right? But if you're seeing the positive, then you are saying, when I started with that empty cup, it was nothing in it, a quarter was in it, now it's a half, the possibility exists that it can be full. But when you're seeing the negative, all you're seeing is, look, nothing is going my way. Nothing is happening for me. This cup will never be full. And as a matter of fact, I can't even use what is in the cup. Yes? I can't even use it. And when you don't realize that you have already achieved half of what you have set out to do. Anxious or racing thoughts and constant worry. You go to sleep, you're concerned, you're worried about this, and you wake up in the morning with the same thing. The physical symptoms of stressors. The physical symptoms. And let me just quickly make this clear. I am not talking about depression. Depression is a clinical diagnosis, and I can tell you it is 14 consecutive days feeling the same way of that low thought, sad feeling, worthlessness, for 14 consecutive days would have caused you to lose productivity and withdraw from enjoying the things that you once enjoyed. So stress is not depression. Depression is a different thing, right? But the reality about it is that when you experience stress for a prolonged period of time, then that can cause you to be depressed. Aches and pains, you never had them before. But all of a sudden, because of what is happening now, because of the events going on, you're having these back pains and these headaches, right? And your joints are hurting you and your tummy hurting you and all of that. Diarrhea and constipation. Some persons will tell you, if you ask them to come up here to sing on a Sabbath, maybe you have to go take them to the bathroom 4 or 5 times, or they have to stay close to the bathroom, and when they get the mic, as soon as they finish, they have to run back to the bathroom. That's because they are stressed. Nervousness, yes? Nausea, dizziness, chest pain, rapid heartbeat, loss of sex drive, frequent colds. So wives or husbands, you have to check what is happening with your spouses and what is happening with work. Because you are so, what you call it now, done up and you are so ready and prepared, and he comes through the door and, oh, just the face that he walks in with, you say, why you look like a plan of a worker? Yes, but can you not just shut it down, but take the time out to find out what happened at work today? Same thing, husbands. The wives, they might not be at work, but if they're at home, but they got a phone call while you're out, and you come in all happy, and you come in with rose, and you come in with chocolate, and she's like, forget that, and you're saying, what's happening? Guess what happened? There is something on the line, and it just needs going to deal with. The frequent colds, as you get over one, another one comes, you have this constant cough, this dry cough, or you have whatever it is that represents a cold. It is important to check it out to find if it is related to your current stress levels. Emotional, how you feel. What are you feeling? How are you thinking? The moodiness, the irritability or short temper. Why? No, sir. It's not my choir leader this. I don't know my choir leader to be snapping at people. I know my choir leader to be courteous and welcoming. I know my deaconess to listen out. Why is the person so agitated? But there is something in the background that is causing irritability, agitation, inability to relax. And the person comes to a session and they're sitting down, but they keep shaking their foot, and they keep fidgeting in their seat, and they just can't stay still, feeling overwhelmed, like feeling that, no, nothing else. You hear about the straw that breaks it coming back. That's an overwhelming feeling. I can't take one more. I can't take one more bad news. I can't take one more situation. Sense of loneliness and isolation. And as we said, that feeling of depression or general unhappiness. You're not happy in the morning, you're crying, you're not happy in the afternoon, and you're worse, not happy in the evening. The behavioral symptoms are the most common and the most popular, but they are also identifiable by family members and by close contacts, and that is eating too much or eating less. So, why is it that whatever was prepared for dinner was not eaten? Or why is it that all of what was prepared for dinner was eaten? Normally, something is left to go to work tomorrow, or something is left in the pot. All of a sudden, everything is eaten up, and then you buy one bread. The bread will last until Wednesday, Monday evening, the bread done, and you are concerned. What's happening? The person just eating, then something is underlying which could be stress. Sleeping too much or sleeping too little. So, sleeping too much, you're normally up at 6, but at 8 o'clock you're still on your sheet. 10 o'clock in the day, you're getting up, somebody said, oh, what's up? You're not feeling so well today, and you go back to lie down and you do that for 2 days or so, or too little. So at 3 o'clock in the morning, you find yourself cleaning the house, you're in the washroom washing, you're in the kitchen doing this, and normally those are your bedtime. And when you're out of your bedtime, let me tell you, sleep is one of the most re-energizing method that we have been blessed with, the ability to go to bed and sleep. And if you know your schedule, so I will tell everybody, I worked night duty for almost 10 years in my career when I started. So my circadian rhythm shuts down at about 2 o'clock in the night. And then my wife now, she works night duty also, but she would go on early break. So even when we start having our children, it was the same thing. I would do the early shift until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then no matter what is happening, she knows 2 o'clock. I'm going to say to her, darling, it's work time, because I can't go any further. And you have to understand what time you go to sleep, and that is very important. And Auntie Candice will tell you, our shift system that is being designed in our working programs is not an easy thing to manage, because if there are nurses in the room, you will know if you go to work for 1 week on the 10 p.m. shift, in the next week you are on 73. Yes? Normally that week, it's hard to reprogram that clock that is inside of you to say, look, I will go to sleep at 10 o'clock in the morning and I will wake up at 2. But now, I'm at work at 7. You know what at 10 o'clock? Dragging my foot in. I want to go take a break because my body is saying I should be sleeping. So that's very important. The other one we want to look at is isolating ourselves from the persons we love. Isolating ourselves and putting that together with procrastinating or neglecting responsibilities is one of the main things that we need to be observant about, especially amongst our church brethren. Yes, because I don't want to say to persons, it is hard for you to be here and don't have anything to do. And if you find yourself coming to church and you have nothing to do at church, you need to be involved. It means that you're attending, you're not participating. Yes? And if you're participating, then what you will find is that when you find yourself under stress, you start turning up for the things you turn up for. And then when you get a call, so I call and say, listen man, what's happening? Men's fellowship is keeping, why are you not here? Oh, you know, I have something to do, I will see me next week. Next week I don't see you. And ladies department is going out, you don't want to go. What's happening? Oh, I'm going on the next trip. And you keep procrastinating because what you're doing is now isolating yourself from what is happening. And as was said before, you see the devil like listener, because what he does, he tells you that you are okay by yourself. He loves to tell you that. That's why he took Jesus up when he was in the desert all by himself and take him up on the mountain all by himself. What he wants to do is to separate you. And when he gets you to that place by yourself, you know the first thing he show you? Anybody know church police? Oh, you don't know church police? You never need them? Oh my. That's why they show you the church policeman. Who, when you come late and then first see you, and one day this man and they put you come earlier. Yes? And they show you all the people who in church who will criticize you. And really actually, you know, these persons are not doing that, you know. But that is a thought that is putting in your head to say, it's better you stay where you are by yourself and procrastinate, tell them next week, and you will never show up. And then the use of alcohol, cigarettes, drugs to relax. And let me tell you, I'm not talking about going out there to buy marijuana and cigarettes and things like that, but how about using those pharmaceuticals that you have in the cupboard? Yes? How about all of a sudden you can't go to sleep unless you take your nice big sup of BPH or Benadryl? Yes? And then all of a sudden the Benadryl not working anymore. So you have to switch to something else. And I was doing this presentation in a church, and the pastor laughed when I said it, because you look as if you think somebody told me something. And all of a sudden, deacon drink is different from everybody else. Because deacon is something like where him alone can solve. Yes? Because that is what we know, managing the stress. And therefore, even though you are saying, it's not anything, it's just too medication, it's just too this, but why is it that you are now changing your natural routine and is now switching to these behaviors? I also added this because I know even now at various ages people are still studying, people are still doing courses, and it is very important that when mother is in the house studying, daddy is studying, children are studying, sometimes you're start picking up. Sometimes you're stressed out. Yes? Because mommy have an assignment due, children have assignment due, daddy have assignment due. And I'm telling you, it's something that I've lived. Right? I remember in 2013, when I was doing my master's, my wife was finishing her BSc guidance and counseling. And I had 3 teenage boys in my home who were studying. Yes? So, I mean, can somebody cook dinner? Well, right now, no. This needs to be submitted. So the kitchen is quiet, everybody is hungry, but everybody is trying to do an assignment. Stressful moment, and guess what happened? Guess who has to get up and go in the kitchen? Mommy. Yes? And mommy work is not done, and nobody is looking to help mommy. The clothes in the machine need to go on the line. Yes, the clothes on the line need to pick up. And everybody is busy doing something academic stress. But guess what happened? We can manage it. So we want to avoid unnecessary stressors We want to be alert to the situation, and we want to be able to adapt. So it's coming together and planning, talking about it, and as a family, you have to talk about the things that causes stress. Yes? So why is it that everybody is sitting there watching television and you're washing, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're doing the bathroom, you're doing everything, and you're complaining to yourself? How are you complaining? Because all of a sudden, the plates got very loud in the sink. All of a sudden, the bathroom seat get very loud. Plap. Yes? And you are stressed out about all that is happening around you, but you have never said to the children, hey, can you help me with this? You have never said to your spouse, look, come and do this something, you know? Yes? And therefore, we have to have the conversation and learn how to adapt and accept the things you can change. But you have to also accept the things that you can't change. And there are things that you can't change. Like for instance, you can't change your co-workers. So you didn't employ them. As a matter of fact, you was in your department and somebody turned up with the manager and said, oh, this is your co-worker today. Yes? The person of all sorts of bad habits and disrespectful and colorful language that not a part of the spirit. They have a plan for this, but you can't change it. Right? So what you have to do now, you have to try and do what? Show persons who you are. Yes, talk to persons. Tell persons who you are. Yes, express to them what are some of the things that you would expect. Right? But you can change some things. And one of the things you can change is sometimes learn to say no. Oh wow. Challenging. Most challenging thing. Don't you? Especially when you're a worker. They know you get the job done. So all of a sudden your decks have all the unfinished things on it. Yes, and when you look on your inbox, yes, so first time manager do that little folder on the deck, so that little cabinet that says in and out. The in is full to capacity, but the out has nothing in it. Yes, sir? Everything is pending, right? And more is coming, and everybody comes, and you are everybody's favorite, because when they turn up, they say, yes, it's the same thing in church. It's the same thing in church. You have a set of workers who, no matter what is to be done in church, yes, yes. But when they come, who are miserable in the pastor, and cross, me alone, everything on me, them a card, and everything on me I do it. But guess what? You are not saying no. Have you ever one day said no? Have you ever one day come and sit down and say, I really watch what we're going today? Yeah? Never really watch what we on Friday because Saturday morning at church and never see if nobody can come to help me cleaning. It's the truth, you know? But let me tell you, when you say no, is that's when you realize that there's a lot of resources that was able to show up. You know how I know? The day I got sick. The day I got sick, I realized, wow, and so much people could have I really so much help there. And I decided it was just me alone carrying it because I was saying, look, I can't say no. Yes, somebody's depending on me, but you have to learn to say no and avoid the people who stress you out. And you already can't be talking about it earlier. You have some people who never see you in a good light. You put on your best. Oh my God, you put on your best for you. Yes? And you walk out smell so with a smile on your face and your best step out and as the person says, what? Oh, you get that high power from you can't manage it. And then you feel bad. And you're saying, what's this? Some people just never give you that push. Apply them, man. Go around them. Yes? Take control of your environment. If If you have a little dents at work, and your environment. If you're driving in the car, and your environment. Take control of your environment. You are in control of the person that you allow in your space. Rev, I was saying to somebody that, you see my house? Is the only safe place I have now. So, you see when we go, it's hard to have to deal with everything for somebody to come at your house now and want to come in and get it up. It's the truth. Yes? So I normally say to persons, I will meet you, I will deal with the matter outside, I will get it done out there, because you see when I get home, it's my space. And the other thing is, allowing people to come into my home is a serious thing. And I will say to the men, let me tell you something. I have gotten a blessing in a lovely wife that understands house and home. So you see, anybody who is interested to come to my gate, one person have to talk to, my wife. You see, anybody from church want anything done, they can't come to me and go to my wife. The home belongs to the wife. We have nothing to do with it. And she has managed it very well, because guess what happened? She understands that's my safe space. Yes? And you have to be in control of your environment. Avoid the hot button topics. You see some hot button topics, politics, religion, denomination, some things you know it's not for you, you just leave it. You just walk away. You just say to somebody, not at this time. I don't want to be engaged in that. Pare down the to-do list. Sometimes it's too much thing in one day. It's too much. And I tell you, I don't have nobody else really related except myself and my wife and the people associated. So my wife woke up and tell me, oh, you're not going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I sort out this and I sort out that. And I sit down and listen to her. I said to her, all right, darling, you know what I want you to do? Take this one and see what happens to the rest. Just take this one and see what happens to the rest. And 7 o'clock in the night, she still had this one. And she said, boys are good things, so we never do the other things. Yes, you have to look at the list, you have to prioritize. Pare down that list. Sometimes you are planning to be in Kingston and yet still want to be in Mandeville at the same time. It can't work. Yes, you want to be in the bank. You are not in control. You go in the bank and you're miserable and frustrated because when you're walking in the bank at one tendency or bank system don't know instead of the ATM. Right? Or you go to the AA and you're standing there and all of a sudden you did not know that there were 5 other people standing on the wings in front of you. Nobody ever experienced that? You in the line and you're next and you're the person in front of you. Say, oh, then before you know. It's like you just take a 10-step back, right? And you have so many other things planned. Pare down the to-do list and look at the priorities to help manage the stresses of the day. Express your feeling instead of bottling up. The beginning of the release is to speak about it. And I use the pressure cooker. If you look at the pressure cooker, it comes with that little weight at the top. It's the valve. Even though it is cooking under pressure, it cannot hold all of the pressure. So when you see the pressure cooker, reach up the temperature, the pressure build up, watch that little valve, and it's cooking, yes, but every time the pressure reaches maximum, it releases. Right, so why aren't you relieving that pressure? Why haven't it back? Look, why haven't you said to your friend, hey, you don't see it set from the door? Huh? And your friend, but you know, I hurt our feelings when the Sabbath don't come sit down beside each other. The pressure, you know, you take back what guess what happened? It never get better, so and she take back and yeah. And it's just because I'm a friend of mine, can't tell her. No. If the person Speak with them. Let them know how you're feeling, what is hurting you. The things that they say, when you say this is how it makes me feel. Yes, when you do this is how it makes me feel. Speak about what is hurting you. Be willing to compromise. Listen, you can't win every time. You cannot win every time. So I'm driving on the road now in Jamaica. I have one principle. I will never be dead right. Somebody missed that. I say I'm driving on the road in Jamaica now. I will never be dead right. If I'm on my side and you want it, I'm giving it to you. I'm going over business alive. I'm not defensive driving. I'm not going to stay there and say, oh, making the right. No, don't give up your life because you want to be right. Yes, and a lot of the time we lose out on so much because we are holding on to it. We're right. You don't realize, guess what happened? Leave that today and be willing to fight a different fight tomorrow. Be more assertive and better time management. You see, time management. Who here go to the supermarket? Raise your hand. You go to the supermarket. Anybody here go to the better shop, the window, and order what you want? Alright, the next question. Who here have a phone? Everybody have a phone, that's all. So why is it that from you got your phone, you have never put a shopping list on it? You write down here, she's a nice lady. Yes? You go to the supermarket and you run trolley down that aisle, trolley down this aisle, trolley down this aisle, and then set up some promotion and then catch you. And when you get back home, you never buy the egg, you never buy the snacks, you never buy the juice, you never get everything done. When you go and open the fridge, you say, Lord Jesus, after me never buy the Frankfurt for the children. And you try to full of what you did not even need. So I'm saying, best time management, you go to the fridge with your phone, you just take a picture. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to write. Just take a picture of the fridge. And when you go to the supermarket, you look at the picture, you say, oh, the egg low, no milk on the shelf, that, when you come and you take a picture, it's the same thing. The rice is that, you know what you have in there, and you know what needs to be there. But it is very important for us to start realize. You know, somebody told me something I found that I find it hard to get one. The person says, over your lifetime. Let me see your shoes. You don't say that's fine. Somebody says, over your lifetime, you would have spent almost 1 year tying your shoelace. Almost. I said, whoa. And I realized it's true. Yes. Because the amount of time it get used sometime for the day for you to retype. I said, okay, look at it easier because get something with no less time. Yes, so we want to manage the time, right? I was saying to somebody, you wake up and you need to get to work. While you're waking up in the morning and you're cooking lunch and you're doing all of this and you're trying to get the thing done. But you have the time last night. Oh, you cook your dinner. Why would you cook your dinner? You dish up some and put it down for your lunch tomorrow. Yes? It's not leftover service your lunch. Yes? Right? Why is it that you don't prepare your clothes from last night and don't wait until in the morning you're trying to press, you're trying to do this? There are things you can do to manage your time. Yes? Refrain from problems. Keep looking at the big picture. You have to see beyond your nose. You have to see beyond just now. Adjust your standards and focus on the positive. There are so many positives. You know, yesterday I stopped and I said, my, we ignore the small things in the past. I stopped in Mayfair and I used up the cash I had. And I have to go on the tour. They use Sky there. But I said, let me check the car. And believe me, I became so stressed out because I can't reach the tour money. I said, oh, what's wrong? So I put the money I had in the door and head out up on the tour. And let me tell you, I use the tour every day. 2 times a day I use the tour. I show you how stress works. And I was so frustrated because I needed $250 to pay the tour. Frustrated. I searched up the entire car until I find $250. And when I'm about to reach the toll plaza, I look back at the sign. It says $220. Seriously. I lift up every month in the car, I search every door pocket to reach $250 faster. What I needed was $220. And I used the tool because of the fact that instant stress I put myself under, I forget the price of the tool. It is important for us to focus on the positive. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. Look for the upside. Speak about your feelings and learn to forgive. And you can't listen about how much time I have, but read the audience and I'm going to work with you. Listen. You see, learn to forgive is an essential part. Is there a deacon here today? Is there a deaconess in the house? Yes, okay, because I am not sure the pastor. But as I lead at the level of a deacon, it is one of the hardest messages we can preach. Much more pastor. Because somebody shared this joke with me that in the old time days, when the tithes, who got the pastor used to sustain himself. He said, some message, you write it down in your vestry, but you never preach it. Because if you're preaching, your tithes is a problem.